Hi, hello, and welcome again, everybody, to another episode of Natural Juan. This time around, as we've discussed, or as I've been asked in a previous video, I'm supposed to discuss how Mythic Variations 2 can work with just about any game imaginable. I was actually asked how Mythic Variations 2 would work with Pathfinder 2nd Edition. The thing is, I don't have Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I only have Pathfinder 1st Edition. But since it's similar enough to Pathfinder 1st Edition, I thought that this might actually work. And anyway, this will be an unscripted video, so be prepared for Natural Juan making a lot of mistakes. So, sorry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to showcase Mythic Variations 2 and how everything works. Just remember, guys, the most important thing of all is this. There is no law that says you must use all of these checks. This book is, after all, a variations book, so feel free to use any or all of the above rules and plug them into your Mythic game. Maybe you like the fate chart, but would love to have an NPC behavior emulator, so you add the behavior check to your game. Maybe you like all of the checks except for the statistics check. It's all up to you. And that is from the author Tana Pigeon. See there? Now, in case you're wondering what those checks are, I've already went over them in the previous video about Mythic Variations 2, but here we are. The fate check that works kind of like your oracle to answer a yes or no question. A detail check in case you want more details about an actual adventure. An event check. This like special events, like something random happening, like a monster comes out of nowhere. A behavior check for controlling NPCs, and a statistics check to determine what other crunchy elements will be in our adventure, but we'll go over that last. So, I have here the Game Mastery Guide for Pathfinder 1st Edition, which will give us the tools necessary for adventuring around, and a few, how shall we say, useful tables, as I will showcase in this particular video, and a list of not all, but most of the pre-generated characters of Pathfinder 1st Edition. So, the only ones I think that are not included in this one is the anti-paladin from the 1st edition, as well as that shifter girl. I forgot what her name was. But yes, this time we'll be using Lem, the halfling bard, Amiri, the barbarian woman, Damiel, the half-elf alchemist, and Lyrian, the half-elf gunslinger. So we'll start the story as the heroes are looking for a tavern where the rest of the party can stay. So let's use the first one, the fate chart, so to speak. Okay, hold on. So here's the fate chart. See, this is the fate chart now. It's a lot smaller than what you remember, right? It's not the big grid that you had. All you need to do is roll a 2d10 or two 10-sided dice, and if it's above 11, it's a yes, but if it's below that, it's a no. So let's start. So our first question will be, do they find a tavern? Now, since we're talking about a pretty big city, then we'll say likely. Okay. So, likely gives us a bonus +2. 12 plus 2. So, 12 plus 2 equals 14. And since that's above 11, it's a yes. Let's see what numbers were rolled. A 7 and a 5, both odd. Then we'll roll chaos dice. This kind of changes how the game is played. So let's roll our chaos dice. D10, and this will adjust things a bit. Okay. Favorable, by the way, means it's favorable for the heroes. It's good. Unfavorable means it might be something bad. Let's say that things have been good, so it'll be towards favorable, so it's a +2. It's an even number. So it means there's nothing new. It's not anything special. That's good. Okay. So they do find a tavern. What is the tavern like? Now we can use the detail check. This is where it comes in, so we can tell what it's like. Okay. Again, we must roll a 2d10 or 2 10-sided dice. Okay. 12. What is 12? This favors NPC. Okay then, let's list that down. Thing is, we don't know what this could mean, and that's where the meaning tables comes in. Now, this favors NPC, this just means that it's not good for any NPCs that might be around. So, this could mean a lot of things. An example of this favors the NPCs, this could mean that the tavern is owned by foreigners, and it doesn't do anything for the city. Or either either that, or the owner might be actually kind of evil and is causing them discontent. Okay, but anyway, let's move on to the meaning tables so that we can okay. Now let's roll for descriptions so we know what it's like. Let's roll for 2. So again, but this time we're gonna have to roll a D100. The number from 1 to 100. Remember, you can do this with 2 10-sided dice as well. You just have to consider one as the 10s dice and the other as the 1s dice. And the 0, 0 will count as your 100. So let's go. 36. Gratefully. This might seem interesting. Let's roll again. 77. Powerful. Looks like the second guess, it might actually be true. It might be the people who run the tavern might actually be evil. Okay. So the heroes go in. Let's say, so we have Lem leading the way. So the heroes enter the tavern. So Lem asks if there are any big rooms for a large party. At the lobby. Now let's go to the behavior check and see how it works, how it controls the NPCs. Let's skip on over there. Let's skip over the event check first. Now here's the disposition table. So basically, this is how we can tell how the characters react. The book actually offers some really good examples, but yeah, we'll use our own. So there's the shopkeeper or the innkeeper. 9. Moderate. The innkeeper sees the 4 as just another group of customers. So first, let's figure out what he's acting. Theme means what he might actually be. Like, if he's an innkeeper, then he's probably shuffling papers around or something. Okay, let's roll. NPC continues, so technically he's just continuing his action as being an NPC. And continues shuffling papers before answering. So again, we'll consult the fate chart or the miniaturized version thereof. So again, we'll go with let's just go with likely again, or why not 50-50, because we're not sure. Okay. We're not sure if they'll offer lodgings to strangers, of course. 11. Okay. Just need to make sure. 11, then yes. So, okay then. Now let's try something else. Additional like, let's try and look how it'll fit in with the Pathfinder mechanics. So, Lem asks about the owners of the tavern. So he makes a persuasion check. Okay, so the DC, I think it should be a little bit higher than 10. So I'd go with a DC 15 because maybe the guy has something to hide. Let's see, his skills for diplomacy is +8 versus 8 plus. Let's roll dual d20. 9. And that's 17, I believe. And it's a success. So, what does the innkeeper say? Now it's time we use the other parts of the other meaning tables. So again, we go to descriptions. But now we get to use the rest as well. So 40. Frighteningly. Whoa. I like the sound of this one. Four. Frighteningly ancient. Okay. I'm starting to get a vampire vibe from these people, so it's possible they're vampires. Okay, frighteningly ancient. Okay, Nick. What do they do? '83. Assist. 59. Randomness. So you can say they do random favors for people. Okay then, Lem asks, so suppose that one of the characters, let's say a Miri, let's say that she suspects something bad. Like I said, the owners very well could be vampires. So it's okay, so she'll ask, so Amiri asks if the owners are around. So again, she'll make a persuasion check as well. But it'll be harder because maybe the innkeeper doesn't trust her. And it's a little bad for her because she doesn't have any bonuses for diplomacy. So away we go. 27. Failure. So again we go to the B. So let's ask, does the innkeeper's behavior change? Does he get mad or something like that? So again, we'll use the fate chart. So we'll go with likely. So there's a +2. Now let's roll. What's that? 4 plus 3. 7 plus 2 equals 9. But it's not high enough to be 11, so no. So suppose the heroes decide to sleep in the tavern. So let's go with the next scene. Scene 2. The other members of the party and sleep at the tavern. Now it's time for a random event. Suppose you feel like it should be a random event. You know, you can do this kind of thing with Mythic. If you feel like something should change, then it will change. So let's begin. Suppose a big scene interrupt happens. I'm just saying this as an example, okay? Alright, let's do that. The heroes wake up in the middle of the night. What happened? "47. Move away from a thread." So let's see what move away from a thread means. Usually just means to move away from the story proper. It could mean, for example, that something's going on in the tavern itself. So let's see what is going on. Let's use the detail check and find out what happens. Again, we roll our 2d10. 16. Courage. When you say courage, this means the hero suddenly gains some kind of, like, they're spirited, like something good happens and they want to do something. So that's the courage. So I said, questions related to being asked, such as the sudden appearance of an ally army or the discovery of a useful weapon. We need more details though, so that's where the detail check will come in. "50. Helpfully." Sounds promising. Helpfully. Then 74. Hopefully pale. What, friendly vampire perhaps? Let's come to help them. Let's try now with actions. Adversity. $85. Adversity technology. We might have to use the technology guide. Maybe it's a vampire offering them high technology. I don't know. Okay. But now let's move on to another part of the game that I'm going to demo, the statistics check, because it might not have anything to do with the rest of the game. The statistics check. Ooh, wrong one. Statistics check. So this is the expected baseline, like what you expect things to be. So like to determine the statistics value, roll 2d10 on the statistics check table, modified by the statistics check modifiers. So this is like if you want your character, what type of character appears or stuff like that. 7 to 11 is your expected baseline. These are your normal characters, but beyond that, so for example, I can add it in. Suppose you can say a friendly vampire appears with an advanced technological weapon. From the technology guide, okay? But is he or she strong? Okay. Let's see. So will he be an important NPC? Possibly. So let's add in a +2 just in case. Let's roll 19 to 20. PC 19 +2. That's equals to 21. And so what do we expect this character to be? He's 10% stronger than most of our player characters. Well, that's expected of a vampire. So that's how it works, guys. So this is when so now you have an idea. He's probably a powerful vampire with a powerful technological weapon, and he opposes the owners of the tavern that the heroes find themselves in. So what happens next? Well, I think you guys should use the Mythic Variations II system so you can figure out what happens next, okay? It's better for you to figure it out for yourself than me having to explain it all. Well, that ends our episode for Natural Juan. I hope you liked it. Natural Juan,